Hello, all my beautiful fairies. Welcome to another reading. I hope you're having the cutest day ever. Today, you guys, somebody in the comments did request a what do they look like reading. And I like doing what do they look like readings, so that's what we're gonna do. I hope you are excited. Before we jump on into today's reading, you guys, please do keep in mind that tarot is a divination tool. It's an intuitive practice. So take what resonates. If something does not resonate, you don't need to harbor that energy. You don't need to hold on to it. You can just simply let it go. Also, there is nuance to every conversation. I do speak in generalizations when I'm doing readings like this because I am bound by time, guys. Like, I can't sit here and go over, oh, this situation, oh, that situation, oh, do. So keep that in mind. And here is a clip of the piles right now. All right, you guys, these are the 4 piles. We have group number 1 with the Aqua Aura Quartz, group 2 with the heart-shaped tiger's eye, group 3 with the lapidolite, and group number 4 with the clear quartz, allegedly clear quartz. So if you need a moment to meditate on which pile is calling your name, you are free to do that right now. If you want to pick more than one pile, you're welcome to do so. If not, just sit, meditate, figure out which pile you want. All right, my dear, you have now picked your pile. Go ahead and check out the description box where I'll have 2 timestamps for when the reading will start. And with that, I will see you in your rating. Hello, group number 1. Welcome to your rating. We are going to go ahead and start off with our zodiac dice today, you guys. We have Cancer and we also have Leo. Hello, Cancer. Hello, Leo. Sun, moon, and rising, okay? This could be your sign, you guys. This could also be their sign. We have Gemini and Virgo. Hello, Mercury-ruled people. We have Virgo and Taurus, my earth babes. Hello, hello, hello. Sun, moon, rising. With that being said, we are going to start off with our Halloween deck. I know some people don't like it when I use a Halloween deck when it's not Halloween time. However, I don't care. I'm going to use it. So can we please get a message on what they look like? I want an archetype on what they look like. If you guys have been here for a while, you guys know that I hold black cats in a very special place in my heart. So your guys' archetype is the black cat. So your next partner, you guys, they perhaps don't literally look like a cat, but they have a mysterious energy about them. This is going to be an individual who perhaps has, how do I say this? First of all, the way that they express themselves or the way that they communicate is a little bit more subdued and mysterious. So you'll not necessarily be able to read this person's emotions on their face. I also do feel like sometimes this person can be misunderstood based on what they look like. I don't know if you guys are aware of this. The reason why I have one cat who is not black, and it's been that way for years and years and years, and she is so special and so lovely, and I love her so much. She was also a rescue, but the point of me saying this is I exclusively adopt black cats because they are usually the first to be put down in a shelter, just because people have negative associations with black cats. And for me personally, like, I would rather adopt a cat that is in need of saving versus, you know, a cat that's going to just get picked up. So the point of the matter is this person may have negative associations based on what they look like. Now, I want to be careful with how I word this. This could mean that this person's race is something that people look at and cast judgment on. This could be somebody, again, maybe the way that they wear their hair, maybe the way that they wear their clothes. They could have a face that's just very stoic, or perhaps not the kindest looking face. So this is fortune meets opportunity. Let's go ahead and move forward, you guys, to some astrology on what they look like. What do they look like? I have also, guys, side note, received a few questions about what happened to Thackeray. Unfortunately, he was never located. For any of you who remember my little black cat that I used to have in my videos, I spent thousands of dollars and countless hours searching for him, and unfortunately, he was not located. So any of you who are wondering that. We have Aquarius here, and we also have the 9th house. Aquarius and the 9th house are very interesting. I do feel like Aquarius doesn't get the reputation of being spiritual. However, I do feel like Aquarius is connected to spirituality in a way that is very unique and different from the way that the other archetypes are connected to spirituality. This is essentially the energy of somebody who is in the mindset or expresses the energy of uniqueness. This is also an individual who may really prioritize social issues. I'm sorry, my throat is like social issues such as like climate change, or perhaps things like not wanting to purchase fast fashion. This is very much giving me like the type of person who thrifts clothes, okay? Like they care about the environment, they care about people, so they are wanting to be aware and conscious of their purchases, what they're wearing on their body. And again, I'm saying this because Aquarius is the energy of being very unique, very much an individual, but also somebody who cares for other people. I also do feel like Aquariuses are known for being like heartless. I don't think Aquariuses are heartless. I think the archetype of Aquarius has a hard time breaking down or processing emotions the way that most of the other signs do, so it comes off in a very cold manner. They also have an association with Saturn, so there's that. But we have the 9th house here as well. This is spiritual growth. This is also higher education, so somebody who's very intelligent, you guys. The 9th house is connected to travel, foreign lands. So again, I want to be careful with how I talk about this because I know that people may take this the wrong way. But I do feel like this person, for a lot of you, comes from a background where perhaps they grew up in an environment where they were judged based on their religion, or they were judged based on their physical, like the melanin in their skin, their hair texture, their this, their that, right? Like there's so many different things that people are judged for based on physical appearances associated with race or religion or things like that. So the reason I'm again saying this is because the 9th house is connected to foreign cultures. Obviously, depending on where you are, that is going to vary differently, right? Like you may see a foreign culture as like an American. You may see a foreign culture as somebody in the UK. You may see a foreign culture as somebody in Africa. Like it's going to be different for each of you. So obviously apply common sense to that. Can I please get a message on what they look like? Again, this darker energy is here, you guys. We do have death. Death is a really beautiful energy to me when describing somebody's physical appearance, because this is talking about change and transformation, a person who has undergone significant changes and transformation. So puberty may have hit this person rather hard. This person may have also experienced like late start puberty. I know sometimes, look, I haven't seen this with my own eyes, but I do hear people go like, oh no, when I like turned 25, I had a second puberty, or I like went through the transformation of becoming an adult. So whatever, this person may have experienced something like that. Again, death is a difficult energy to work through because it is so heavy, but that goes back to the black cat and perhaps people perceiving them in a way that is darker or that is a little bit more negative. I personally don't see death as a negative thing, but right, many other people do. So in describing this person, I do think they possess physical qualities that other people may have passed judgment on. We have temperance here. This is balance and harmony. So this does tell me this person has very symmetrical features. And the reality is, guys, like I'm not trying to be annoying or rude. Like this is like scientifical. This is proven by science that what we as humans find most beautiful is symmetry, right? So it's not that this person's unattractive, but I do think, again, this person is in an environment where it's almost like their beauty cannot be fully appreciated, or they grew up in an environment where they felt judged based on, again, like the melanin in their skin or the texture of their hair or their this or their that. Okay, so we have the Two of Cups. Two soulmates coming together, joining in union, choosing each other. This is a choice. I also am peeping the fact that, right, both these cups are different, guys. Both these cups are different. There's a white cup, there's a black cup. This is not necessarily representing you and this person, but it is representing the differences between the two of you. And physically, I feel like looking at both of you, it may be a situation where you both look very different. And then we have the King of Cups. So this person has a massive, massive heart, whether they are male or female. This person is somebody who's very loving, very kind. Obviously, for the vast majority of you, this is going to be a masculine energy person. So therefore, this person could be somebody who has a beard, somebody who perhaps has grown their hair out a little bit longer than normal. I also do see the King of Cups as a man who is like a grown man. Like, this is not a little boy. This is not somebody who is immature. This is somebody who is well seasoned, well developed, and they are in the mindset or in the era of their life where they handle relationships with more care. Not just romantic, but also like their relationships with their family members, their relationship with the people that they work with, right? Can I please get a message on what they look like? We have death here again, guys, with the 8th house. So once again, we do have a darker energy that is popping up here. Again, guys, this person also, I would like to say this too. If it's not the case that this person is somebody who comes from a culture where they grew up feeling like judged by their race or their A, B, and C. It could also be that this person is somebody who's just more like alternative, or this person is somebody who is a little bit weird and they dress a little strange, and perhaps they felt judged based on that. And again, the reason I'm saying this is because there is a darker energy around their body. There is a darker energy around their physical features. So to me, it's registering as judgment being passed. And not necessarily, again, because they're not attractive, but because people are judgy and rude. So, the 8th house. This is also erotic energy, so I do want to point that out to you guys. Erotic energy is here. Intimate energy is here, which does tell me that there is intimate desire between the two of you. We have the 3rd house of communication. Again, this is representing their intellect, their mind. So not just being attracted to them physically, but also being attracted to them mentally. The moon, this is going back to their soul, who they are as a person. For a lot of you who picked this pile, I do think that you mirror this person a lot energetically. Like, you are also somebody who is very mature. You are also somebody who is in a position in your life where you are ready for a legit partner and not just someone who's like pretty, right? And that's great. Like, if you just want somebody pretty, that's fantastic. But I feel like for those of you who picked this pile specifically, the person who's coming into your life next is somebody who wants true connection. And I feel like a lot of you also want that. Can I please, what do they look like? Okay, we need a bit more because all of this is basically repeating. Yeah, I need more information on that. Okay, I feel like a lot of the cards that just popped out are very repetitive, so we will go through this quickly, guys. We have the Ascendant. This is worldview, mission statement, expression, effect, role, market, attitude, outer self, point of view, body image, aura, likeness, approach, impact, first impressions. Okay, so this is the Ascendant. We also have the 1st house, physical body, outlook, self-image, life philosophy, consciousness, opinions, awakenings, self-awareness, arrival, expression, gateway, and entry point. Boom, boom. So both of these are talking about how we perceive ourselves and how the world perceives us. Also our physical body, our physical features, which is what we're talking about. So that's great. We have the North Node, Destiny here. This is soul, school, learning curve, fulfillment, purpose, maturing, experience, North Star, process, development, practice, path, beacon, blossoming, becoming, integrity, and journey. Is this okay? All right. Uranus. This is again connected to Aquarius energy, so it's a little weird. And when I say weird, guys, I do mean it in a nice way. I don't think being weird is a bad thing. I think it's preferable that you're weird. Anyways, breakthroughs, brainstorming, originality, insight, awakening, technology, innovation, humanitarianism. Again, I'm thrifting, I'm buying clothes secondhand, or I'm more conscious and aware of like my purchases. I'm trying to buy from brands that are ethical, or I'm trying to buy things that are going to last me a significant amount of time. Quality items, so then I don't have to keep repurchasing. Okay, sorry. Technology's here as well. I do think that they either wear like some type of watch. I was gonna say data watch. I don't know why the hell I was gonna say that. Some type of watch that is connected to technology, like an Apple Watch or something like that, or maybe an Aura ring. Reform, surprise, freedom, experimentation, the unexpected, rapture, edge, diversity, guys, and lightning. Again, I do apologize for my throat. I don't know what is wrong. I am not sick, so it's a little strange to me that my throat is so scratchy. We have the third house of perception. This is speech, thoughts, social media, dating, siblings, research, street life, circulation, discussion, surroundings, and sociability. And then the only card that can even kind of give us a description from all of this, besides the Uranus, which we already talked about, is Cancer. And this is feeling sympathetic, comforting, nostalgic, protective, intuitive, birthing, tender, nocturnal, caring, moody, receptive, lunar, sentimental, introverted, defensive, and family-oriented. So Cancers tend to have, Cancerian energy tends to be an energy that is very motherly, very soft, like softer features, a fuller face. If this is a woman that we are referencing, you guys, I do feel, it's not even that I do feel, Cancer is connected to the chest. Oftentimes when we see Cancerian people or people who have like Cancer in the first house, or there's a lot of Cancer in that person's chart, Venus, things like this, I do feel like their face tends to be a bit fuller. Their face tends to be a bit rounder, kind of like the moon. Their skin also feels very illuminated, regardless of melanin levels, okay? With that being said, let's get an archetype card, and then I will go ahead and pull from the goblet. All right. We have the Hermit. So again, you guys, peep the darker colors, the beard. I feel like this person is somebody who perhaps has felt, like I said, a little bit made to feel insecure about their physical appearance based on things that are not in their control. So seeks solitude to focus intently on inner life, serves personal creativity. All right, darker hair, again, darker facial hair. Perhaps somebody who wears darker clothes on a pretty consistent basis. I want to get one more archetype for you guys. What do they look like? What? Or two. We have the Fox. Automatically, the little mask on the side there is giving me Lucian. Love me some Lucian. If you know who I'm talking about, you know. But this could be an individual who has really, really vibrant red hair. This could also be indicating somebody who, again, I feel like a fox. Like, foxes are very beautiful. They're very, very beautiful. But I also feel like they like to fly undercover, right? They don't necessarily want to be seen. They don't necessarily want to be out and about. They kind of tend to keep to themselves and hide in the shadows. And then we have an anchor, which is interesting. This could be representing strength, like this person having a form or a body which is physically strong. Okay. I would also like to say this as well. Obviously, not everybody who picked this pile, this person's not going to have red hair for every single one of you, but for some of you, they will. It makes sense to me, everything that I've said. Like maybe they feel insecure, or maybe they've been made fun of for their red hair. I personally think red hair is like so gorgeous. But I get that experience. I get growing up and kids like picking on you and being mean and then feeling insecure as an adult because of that. Let's go ahead and get some messages from the bowl. I want to really get in here. I'm not pulling anything yet, guys. I want to get in here and really make sure I'm turning things over. Okay. Can we get a message for group one? What do they look like? What do they look like? Am I even getting anything? What do they look like? What do they look like? Ooh, okay. I don't like the way that felt. We're done. We have 5'11". We have copper brown hair. We have a third party. You guys could be meeting through mutual friends. We have blessed from above. We have beautiful. We have New York. Hello to all my fellow strong nose. We have 2025. Hello. Ooh. Ooh, we have works with hands. This is a deceased note, so we will be throwing her off into the ocean. We have 2 years. We have 20s. We have big eyes. We've got a smaller frame. Oh, okay, oops. We have 6'2", so anywhere from 5'11" to 6'2". We have a full face, like I said, like the moon. We have a strong jaw. We have Asia. We have curly. We have the 30th. We've got, what is this? I believe this is Germany. Hello to my like 4 German subscribers. I love you guys so much. You guys were so cute the last time I mentioned Germany. We have stable. We've got enchanting. This is also like going into the ocean. Okay, goodbye enchanting. We have heart eyes, blue eyes, North America. Oh, you guys are just gonna have to trust me on this one. There we go. Okay. We've got October. Curiosity. Rough hands. So this person, again, could be working significantly with their hands. Maybe they have like calluses or just, you know, rougher hands. We have Toronto. We've got social and professional. Okay. So group number 1. What do I have for you guys? Red hair or really, really dark, almost like black hair. For some of you, their hair is curly. For a lot of you, their hair is straighter. So variety here. I do feel like this person's frame is rather strong based on the fact that we do have this anchor here. Also based on the fact that we have so much symbolism of this person really feeling like different from other people. And I feel like for a lot of you, they choose to work out or they choose to do certain things to their body to make themselves feel more comfortable in their environment. And I want to make this clear, guys. In no way, shape, or form is this person unattractive. What is happening or what has happened to this person? It almost feels to me like somebody who is not appreciated where they are, right? Like I feel like somebody who is absolutely stunning and gorgeous in South America may not be as appreciated in like Ohio. You know, or somebody who is considered stunning in Italy may not be as appreciated in, I don't know, somewhere else, right? Like, I just feel like this person has had an experience where the people around them maybe have not been able to appreciate their beauty the way that I think that their beauty should be appreciated. Again, for some of you, this person has red hair, a darker aura around them, somebody who wears darker clothes, somebody who does not like necessarily emphasizing or highlighting their physical selves. I also do think this person is very unique, intentionally so, with the way that they dress. And that may sound like an oxymoron of like, oh, they don't want to be seen, but they dress uniquely. I don't think that they do it because they're thinking like, oh, I want to be seen. They do it for, again, reasons of like, okay, like I want to make sure that I'm not contributing to waste, or I'm not contributing to, you know, children being put in factories and like working 24 hours. Like I don't want to contribute to that, or I don't want to contribute to A, B, and C. I think that is why they choose to, again, either thrift or buy really high quality items. That's what I have. Thank you guys. I love you so much. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope this was helpful. And that is all I got. So bye. Hello, group 2. Welcome to your guys' reading. We're going to start off with our zodiac dice. We have Gemini and Scorpio. Hello, Gemini. Hello, Scorpio. We have Gemini and Leo. Hello, Gemmy. Hello, Leo. Cancer and Gemini again. Look at that. The twins are here. Hello, hello. Love you the most, Gemini. Not literally the most, but like I do love you. Like I feel like you are an underappreciated or understood sign. That could be your sign, their sign again, sun, moon, rising. If you guys do want a personal reading, the first of every month is usually when I restock. Can we please get an archetype for what group number 2's next person looks like? Not them looking like a graveyard. We need something else, guys. I'm so sorry. I will talk about this, but like, we need something else. Can we get an archetype? Juicy. They look juicy. They look like someone you want to bite into. Midnight. Okay. She's a midnight diva. We love. So this is giving, right? Like, what do they look like? They look like a graveyard. Scary, intimidating. I'm describing what I think most people view a graveyard as, you guys, not how I view a graveyard, okay? So do keep that in mind. This is scary for a lot of people. This is intimidating for a lot of people. This is not a place that most people want to be. Now, it's not because most graveyards are actually ugly or unattractive, right? But it's because what it represents. So I don't want to say this to you guys, but I almost do feel like there is this energy around this person of essentially like, oh, they're too attractive, or they probably get like so much attention that I kind of don't want to pursue this, or I kind of don't want to like have that be something that I'm worried about, because I feel like everybody would want this person. It's the only way I can relate this to a physical appearance. Besides the obvious of like them looking like death, it's giving Pete Davidson, it's giving, you know, like dark circles under the eyes, pale skin, like very frail looking. So it's either that, or like I said, there's like an intimidation factor of like, oh, and you know what, Pete Davidson, I'm not gonna lie, like he kind of embodies both. So attractive, so funny, but also like kind of looking like death. So maybe that's the vibe we're going for, okay? We have the apple. This is risks and rewards. So again, this is kind of playing into what I'm saying, where it's like we view this person as a risk, but having them would be a reward, or experiencing them, I think is a better word to use, would be a reward. Also, again, so juicy. I just want to take a bite out of you. This bite is also in the shape of a heart, so I do think that that's interesting. Delicious. We love. Okay, moving forward, we have midnight. This is the most magical hour of all. The only thing I'm taking from this, you guys, is dirty thoughts. Like, I'm so sorry. I'm not trying to be a little nasty. I'm really not. But that's what I'm getting. So you feel, looking at this person, you're like, dang, I wish it was midnight, and I wish that we were experiencing magic. Like, that's all I'm getting. So I'm gonna move on. So far, so good. I love what's coming up for you guys so far. Getting into some tarot or astrology. Can I please get a message on what they look like? The routine is very significant for them. I do oftentimes feel like when the 6th house shows up, you guys, this is representing somebody who works out, who eats, I shouldn't say eats healthy, but somebody who is aware of what they are consuming. The reason being is the 6th house is about work, details, health, well-being, diet, service, daily rituals, contribution, organization. So this is an organized person. Purification, skills, apprenticeship, and method. Okay. Look who's here again. It's Gemini. This is the butterfly. So this person's very curious. They're communicative, versatile, flexible, variety seeking, social, collaborative, brilliant. Okay, I'm so sorry. I have to stop, guys. I'm getting such strong like visuals of a person who can go from like being in a suit and super professional and buttoned up to a person who is like dressed up in like a tutu and they have fairy wings on and they are going to a Halloween party just being a silly goofy boy. Like, very much Gemini, very much two-faced. Again, Gemini, you're not two-faced, but like they're matching the vibe. Like, this person is not stuffy. This person is not, oh my God, this person is literally Pete Davidson. Someone here is dating Pete Davidson. I'm convinced. Very much, I can do both. I can do it all. I can be everything. Okay. I'm the jack of all trades. That's the energy I'm getting in regards to this person's physical appearance. They can go from a suit to literally wearing a tutu and tights and fairy wings and prancing around at a Halloween party being silly. Okay. Curious, communicative, versatile, flexible, variety-seeking, social, collaborative, brilliant, perspective, connected, vocal, adaptive, street smart, mobile, studious, superficial, restless, and fidgety. All right. This person's also really good at creating good conversation to the point where like they become more attractive the more that they speak. You know, sometimes people speak and you're like, you have become significantly less attractive through what you are saying. This person is like the opposite. It's not that they're unattractive, but like as they're talking, you're just like, you are way more attractive than just when you're silent. We have sextile. This is opportunity. It collaborates, assists, explains, provides opportunity, creates possibility for, opens doors, promises, brings insight to, communicates, welcomes, and develops. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I do want to get an archetype card for you guys as well, or another archetype card. The Rebel. So challenges authority to affect social change, rejects spiritual systems that do not serve inner needs. I don't think this person's very conventional, so it wouldn't be surprising to me if they have like tattoos or piercings. For some of you, it's going to be a lot of tattoos. For others of you, it may just be like 1 or 2, 3 or 4. Not that many. But for others of you, they may be very heavily tattooed. I also think that this person kind of just doesn't take life that seriously. And not in a bad way, not in an irresponsible way, but in a, I'm not gonna let the idea of somebody judging me stop me from having fun. Like, I don't freaking care what Karen down the street has to say about me prancing around in what the F ever. Like, this person feels very vibrant and in a mindset of like, I don't freaking care. Like, NPC, stay in your lane, I do not care. That's the vibe I'm getting from them. Okay. Can I get a message on what they look like? A student. Okay. So this is humility and devotion to knowledge, openness to lifelong learning. This is a very open person. Again, very flexible. They are very much the mirror. They are able to go from place to place to place and fit in no matter where they are. I think this person's really good at getting people to like them as well. It's the Gemini in them. They have significant Gemini placements. I would not be surprised if this person is a Gemini rising because this person knows how to get people to like them. Goddess. The feminine expressed through wisdom, nature, life force, and sensuality. Again, there's a sensual nature about this person. It's unintentional. It's not like they're trying to be sensual. It's not like they're trying to seduce everybody, but they just do. They just do based on who they are. Okay. Moving forward. What do they look like? Unintentionally seductive. Unintentionally seductive. The devil, as much as he has a bad rap, like if there's one thing about him, he is seductive. This is very, very lustful energy, you guys. This is very addictive energy, and I do feel like oftentimes when the devil shows up, what he's representing is this energy of going into something not fully understanding or grasping the severity of what you're tying yourself to. This is a habit that's hard to break. So your connection to this person intimately is going to be very difficult to break. Now, obviously that can be a really great thing if you both are on the same page and moving towards the same common goal. So I just want you to be aware, okay? I want you to be careful and aware because this person will be very, it feels like under the radar, like you're not expecting to fall head over heels in love with this person. And then by the time you realize that you're in love with them, it's almost like it's too late to do anything about it. So be careful about who you are engaging with, and and sharing your energy with intimately, just because I do see potential for you becoming very, very possessive and attached to this person. We have the 6th house here as well. I'm so sorry, the 6th house, the 6 of Cups. The 6 of Cups, you guys, is representing our past, something popping up from our past. This could be a past person. This could also be representing familiar energy, okay? So I've said this 100 million times. When I look at everybody that I've been in a relationship with, excluding 1 or 2 people, every single person I've been in a relationship with is very much following like a type that I have. So I can look at my current partner, and I love my current partner, love him so much, but I can look at my current partner and be like, yeah, like 15-year-old me would look at you and be like, that makes sense, like physically, that makes sense that you are attracted to him. So that could be something that's going on for you guys as well. Like this person may fit your type or type that you had in the past. We do have jealousy here, you guys, and this is something that I was talking about with the devil showing up. I do think that this person's physical appearance and how attracted you are to them is going to play a role in you becoming a little bit like I want to dig my claws into you, like you are mine. We have the Empress. Okay, so the Empress is creative energy, you guys. This is feminine energy. The Empress is very, 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 very beautiful. The Empress is also representing somebody who's very fertile. So again, sensual energy is popping up here. I do think that there is a deep desire with this person to be physical with them. I wouldn't be surprised, you guys, if this person's even the type of person where you look at them and you're like, oh, we would make gorgeous babies. That's almost the energy I'm getting. That's the brew that's coming up. We have the 10 of Wands. Okay, so the 10 of Wands is essentially burdens. I think this person is uncomfortably attractive. Like I could never date this person. Like I'm just too, call it insecure, call it whatever, but like I like to be the princess in the relationship. I like to be like, I don't want to feel like the person I'm dating is prettier than me. Like that's just, I'm too much of a diva for that. This person is very, very pretty, guys. This person is so attractive, and it's beyond just, again, like it's not just Jacob Elordi attractive. It's like they have personality on top of it, which makes them like, I can't let this go. Like I can't get over this person. I'm like happy for you, but I also kind of want to cry because I'm like a little spooked. I'm like, I hope it works out because this is not something we're going to get over very easily. Can I get, not me saying that, and the Tower shows up. So in regards to what they look like, you guys, this person could tower over you. This could also be referencing like other things that are like this structure, okay, like in the shape of this structure. I'm gonna be honest, guys, physically, like I just said, everything I said is applying here. This person has the ability to really cause a lot of chaos in your life, not just because of your physical attraction to them, but because they are the full package. They are so fun to be around. They have such a vibrant energy, their personality on its own. This person could be butt ugly, and their personality on its own makes them attractive. So the fact that this person is not ugly, and then on top of it, their personality just feels like, I just want you guys to proceed with caution when it comes to them, okay? It's giving very typical, like, Gemini man. Like, gorgeous, but a little scary to fall in love with. We have Neptune. I really don't love that. I really don't love that. So Neptune showing up, guys. If we apply Neptune to the first house, this is very much like we are projecting our own illusions onto this person. We are projecting our own like fantasies onto this person. I believe Marilyn Monroe, I could be so wrong, guys. She either had Jupiter or Neptune in her first house, which is why, right, like people perceived her in this light of like the most desirable person on planet Earth. So again, like this is very potent energy, but it's fun. And if it works out, like that's amazing. And then we have the midheaven. Okay, so this is public perception. I want to get one more. I'm going to ask specifically for a card on the midheaven. What? Chiron. I need a sign. We have Leo. We also have the 10th house here. The 10th house is talking about authority. This is talking about mountains to climb, work. That's the energy of the 10th house. We also have Chiron. This is the wounded healer. There could be wounds that this person has that they don't necessarily leave on the surface. Like, I think these are hidden wounds, guys. Now, going back to the midheaven and Leo, again, this makes a lot of sense to me. Leo is the energy of like being seen, being heard. It's the sun, right? This is, I don't want to say like a fame indicator, just because that sounds stupid, but like this is giving people's perception of this person is very grand. It's very much Leo. You cannot go without seeing this person. I do feel like oftentimes this is someone who gives the appearance of being extremely, extremely desirable. I'm gonna go ahead and just start pulling from the bowl, guys, because we're 16 minutes in. We haven't even gone to the bowl. Can I please get a message for group number 2? What do they look like? We have olive skin. Oh no. Oh no, we have falling in love. Okay, I'm gonna stop. I just feel so excited for you guys, and I'm also invested in a way that I'm like, I just want it to be okay. Okay. We're not gonna pull too much. Quebec. Everyone be on the lookout in Quebec. We also have freckles. We have olive skin. I'm sorry, that's not a really good representation of olive skin. We have a baby face. Ooh. We have pale skin as well. We've got butterflies. I'm so excited for you guys. We have falling in love. We have standing out, which they do for sure, for sure. They stand out, well dressed. We have a prepping period, prepping period. Okay. Ooh, this is going in the graveyard of the ocean. This is strong something. So strong something. It's broken, so we don't know what it is, but strong. Reconsider your options, babe. Reconsider your options. We have India. Be on the lookout, guys. Stay safe. We have, oh, lucky you. Lucky you. Okay. Which you guys should feel lucky. Like, this person feels like somebody where they are like a blessing to have in your life. We have August. So hello, Leo and Virgo. That could be the month you guys are meeting. We have early 30s. We have Scar. We have Moscow. Oh, that's baby face. Okay, we have Creator. Love you more. And that's honestly the goal, guys, that this person loves you. Maybe not more, but equal to, if not more. We have Limbo. And 23 or the 23rd. Education. Okay. So in regards to hair color, guys, I am getting a variety of hair colors. I'm getting black. I'm also getting like a sandy blonde or like a dark blonde. For eyes, I'm not getting very much. I do feel like for a lot of you, they have brown eyes. For some of you, they could be a variety of like lighter colored eyes, but for the vast majority of you, they are brown. Their face is going to look very youthful, but I feel like at the same time, it's going to look mature, if that makes sense. Like, it's almost like, oh, you look young for your age, but you still recognize that this person is, like grown. Like, they don't look like a literal child, okay? I also do think that this person has had a significant surgery on their body, so there are like scars or something like that. For some of you, like I said, this person may have tattoos. I'm not necessarily getting a height. The tower could indicate somebody who is a bit taller or on like the taller side. The main thing I'm getting is the lusty energy, or like the desire to be with this person physically. So that's what I got, guys. I hope this was helpful. I wish you the best of luck. Honestly, like if this works out, I'm so, so happy for you. And I think that this is amazing and beautiful and like literally lucky you. But be safe out there. I love you. Again, I hope you enjoyed. And that is all I've got. So bye. Hello, group 3. Welcome to your guys' reading. We're going to start off with our zodiac dice. I don't know why I was like... We have Scorpio and we also have Virgo. Hello, Scorpio. Hello, Virgo. Cancer and Virgo. Hello, Cancer. Hello, Virgo. Leo and Capricorn. Hello, Leo. Hello, Capricorn. Sun, Moon, Rising, you guys. It could be your sign or their sign. If you do want a personal reading, I will have those available on the 1st of every month. Can we get an archetype for group 3? What does their next person look like? They have flowers on their head. We have the Skull of Flowers. This is creating through the ashes. So somebody who's extremely creative and who has used perhaps things that have not worked out for them in their life to make them more creative. Now, seeing this card, what this brings to me is, again, somebody who's a little bit more artsy, somebody who perhaps is tattooed, somebody who has perhaps had very colorful hair. I was going to say in a past life, not in a past life, but previously in their life. It's also possible, you guys, that this person works in like, maybe it's not directly like a super artistic field, but I do feel like they do something that is like artistic. That could be architects, like somebody who works as an architect, somebody who potentially like paints houses, somebody who is literally like they work in a field where they are actually making art, like ceramics. Maybe they are somebody who sells their paintings or their artwork. This could be music. This could be a chef, a writer. Okay, also like design. I don't know what that means, but like designing homes or designing like interior. A hairstylist perhaps. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get another one. I feel like that first one had a lot to do with their work. We also have a werewolf. So somebody who is perhaps a little bit hairy. We love a hairy girl. We love a hairy man. Exploring the wilderness, Exploring the wilderness. So if this was a girl, right, I would say that perhaps she has PCOS and she struggles with like getting hair in places that aren't considered quote unquote normal. If this is a man, I would say like facial hair. Maybe he has really thick hair, hairy legs, things like this. If this is a woman, this could also be somebody who potentially just doesn't want to shave, right? Somebody who's like, I don't want to shave my armpits, or I don't want to shave my legs. Like, I just don't feel like it. This could also be indicating, though, a person with really long hair. So perhaps they just have really naturally gorgeous, long, luscious hair. And then we have another skull here, which is interesting. Darkness, blind spots, the skull of darkness. So I'm genuinely just taking this literally when we're talking about a physical appearance, you guys. Somebody who is blind, not literally blind, maybe, but somebody who wears glasses, contacts, somebody who is hard of seeing. I would also see this, you guys, as an individual. It almost feels like undiagnosed, like seeing issues. Like this person needs to wear glasses or they need to wear contacts and they like don't. Okay. Let's go ahead and get some astrology on what they look like. Can I please... We have Virgo here that says, I analyze. So Virgos... I can't help but like want to bring up IBS. I do feel like a lot of people who have significant Virgo placements oftentimes do struggle with like IBS or things that are very similar to IBS. But anyways, Virgo is a sign or an archetype that's connected to the energy of analyzing, right? So this is oftentimes somebody who is hyper focused on like small details regarding their physical appearance. I've said this so many times, everybody, and I literally mean everybody in my life, is a Virgo. I can't catch a break. So what I've noticed from observing the Virgos in my personal life isn't necessarily that they are literally like perfectionists, but they hyperfixate on particular things to be perfectionist about. For example, my partner, he is very particular about like the length of his nails. Like he hates them getting super long. Like if he can feel them at all, he like goes and he cuts them. He will wake up in the middle of the night to go cut his nails. My best friend, who is a Virgo, she quite literally will sit there and do her makeup for hours and hours and hours, and she'll be like, is this even? Like, is this even? I'm like, girl, it's even enough. Like, it's fine. So Virgos, I feel like they're not necessarily perfectionist in every aspect of their physical appearance, but they choose certain things to hyper focus on in regards to their physical appearance to make that thing perfect. Okay. We have solar eclipse, revolution. Okay, so revolution showing up. This is signifying change, you guys. I could also see this again as like having visual issues. I know the sun and the moon don't necessarily represent visual issues, but something blocking our view. It almost feels like I don't know if it's their peripheral is off or if like their like depth, like they can't perceive depth as easily, or it feels like there's something off with their vision, you guys, for a lot of you, where they have very, very sensitive eyes. And I love a Capricorn. Don't love the 12th house as much, but we do have Capricorn energy here. Capricorn energy, when I see Capricorn physically, this is talking about somebody who has very pointy or structured features. Capricorn is a very structured sign. This could be somebody who has a very strong physical vessel, a very strong physical body as well, but this does give me very defined features, very defined chiseled bone structure. The 12th house is the house of escape. This is our hidden enemy. So it could be that this person views themselves as their worst enemy, or this person's worst enemy, their worst critic is themselves, which makes sense based on the fact that Virgo is also here. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and shuffle some tarot for you guys. Can we please get some tarot cards for group number 3? We have the Ace of Cups. Now the Ace of Cups, you guys, is talking about an overflow of emotion. So I would assume with this card that this person does wear their emotions on their sleeve, on their face. When they're feeling something, you can see it, you can feel it. I don't think this person's very good at having like a poker face. We also have the 10 of Swords. So again, I oftentimes do associate this with like tattoos or somebody who has had a significant surgery that has left a physical scar on their body. This person could have also gone through, I don't know if I feel comfortable talking about that. This person could have other reasons as to why they have scars on their body. Okay, we'll just leave it there. We have the 7 of Cups, and the 7 of Cups talks about essentially having options in front of you. And I do understand that sometimes when I talk about this card, people misunderstand me. So let me make it very clear, guys. Having options in front of you is a good thing. Keeping your options open prior to settling down is a good thing. You should never, ever, ever just find the first thing that attaches itself to you and stick to that. Of course, sometimes it works out. However, I think 9 times out of 10, you're putting yourself in a vulnerable position, and you're putting yourself in a position where you feel unsafe to leave or unsafe to explore. So the fact that this person has been presented with multiple options does tell me that this person is not immature or underdeveloped when it comes to what they perceive as like what is in the world. Like this person is very seasoned, this person's very mature. They have an understanding that like I have options in front of me. Therefore, this person, when they choose a person, they're choosing you because they want you, not because they feel like they have limited options. Which again, I don't think it's a compliment to be chosen based on I have nothing else to choose, so I might as well just choose you, right? Like, I don't think that's a positive thing. I actually think that's really, really sad. We have the 10 of Pentacles as well. So this is long-term investments. I do think as this person gets older, they will become more and more attractive. When I think of women like this, I think of like Jessica. I think her last name's Lang. I'm not sure. I hope I'm saying that correctly. But Jessica Lang to me is just such a beautiful older woman There's also another older woman that is in the back of my mind that I want to say her name, but I just do not remember it. She has really beautiful red hair. She played Madam or the President, I don't know, in Hunger Games. The woman with the gray hair that Katniss took out at the end. I think she is gorgeous. Like, oh, gorgeous. Obviously, I think older men for many years have been, you know, so we're going to leave the men alone. But point is, as time goes on, this person may get more attractive. Okay, let's go ahead and get a little bit more. I want to get some archetypes for you. Can I please, what do they look like? They look like a slut. I'm just kidding, guys. We do have an adult worker here. I am going to cover this word up just a little bit because I don't want to upset, the platform. This accentuates the challenge of surviving without negotiating the power of your spirit. So when I see this energy show up in a reading, okay, when I see this energy show up in a reading, essentially what this is saying to me is that this person is somebody who, again, when it comes to intimacy or when it comes to engaging with them physically, it is something that is desirable. Like, they are desirable when it comes to their vessel, and particularly perhaps intimately. And again, I feel weird talking about this on a public platform. If it's a personal reading and I get the green light to be free to say whatever, then that's fine. But this person may have a desirable physique. I'm not talking about their face. Okay. Moving on. We have companion, loyalty, tenacity, and unselfishness. So kindness. Like, when I see this, I see a person who has a very kind face. Somebody who you look at and you're like, oh, you seem like a wholesome person. You seem like somebody, or you have the face of somebody that is giving wholesomeness, that's giving sweet, that's giving caring, that's giving loving. A companion, right? I do think for a lot of you, it's a very, very likely this person's hair is either black or it's brown. Like, brown, okay? I am getting a variety of melanation. I don't know if melanation is a word, but it feels tan to pale. That variety, okay? When I say tan, I don't know, see, like, what you think is tan, what I think is tan could be different. Let me think of somebody. I'm sorry, guys, my brain's just not working. I want to say, what's her name? I don't think her name's Emma. The woman in Bridgerton who is married to Anthony Bridgerton. It's giving that level of melanation. Why can I not think of her name? Melanation, again, okay. The lady. Beautiful. And the graveyard. So I was talking about this earlier because the graveyard showed up in another pile. And I do see the graveyard as like an intimidation factor that comes along with this person. It's almost like, oh, I'm scared to approach, or I'm fearful to like engage in this because it is a little bit of like the unknown. So that could play a factor. I do think for a lot of you, again, black hair, dark eyes, could be brown hair, guys, but still dark eyes. Okay. What do they look like? Gorge. I love this. Jupiter. This is abundance. This is growth. This is expansion. So again, as they age, you guys, I almost think they're gonna get more attractive. Like, as they get older, it's like, dang, you keep getting hotter and hotter. What is happening? This is not fair. This could also be talking about as they obtain more money, they are investing more in their physical vessel as well. I'm gonna go ahead now and pull from our little chalice here. Something did fall. Let's see what this is. Rare. So this person may have a very rare type of beauty or a rare type of attractiveness, right? Somebody who you don't necessarily, who looks unique. They don't look like other people. Their beauty is rare. Again, their facial features are more rare. Okay. Can I get... Could also be that where you are at, like, you just see like their physical features as rare. We have curly hair. Okay. We have bold. Ooh, we have May. This is torn off, so there she goes into the ocean. We have deep love. We have athletic. C. This is rare again. We have thick. That could be thick hair, thick lashes, thick lips, a thick build, because we do have a thick build here. We have spicy, which again, we do have an adult worker here, you guys, so keep that in mind. I do feel like physically, intimately, there is a lot to enjoy. We have 12 months. We have far away. We have 25 or the 25th. We've got clever. We have dainty. We have rare, or I'm so sorry, this is not rare again. This is R. We have short hair. We have 2027. We have moving on. Big in build. We have soulmate. We have fun hair. We have, what is this? This is dark brows, which makes sense. For a lot of you, their hair is really dark. So dark hair, dark brows. We have Europe. And we have tattoos, which, going back to what I said about the Ten of Swords, the reason why the Ten of Swords, you guys, represents tattoos or like a significant scar is because it's literally usually depicted with 10 swords in your skin. And tattoos, obviously, you know, so tattoos, significant scar. Okay. That's what I have for you, babe. Thank you so much. I do hope this was helpful. I love you, and that is all I got, so bye. Hello to my final group, group number 4. Welcome to your reading. We will start off with our zodiac dice. We have Just Aquarius. Hello, Just Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising. Sagittarius and Aquarius. Hello, Saggy. Hello, Aquarius again. Gemini and Cancer. Hello, Gemini. Hello, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising. Capricorn. Sun, Moon, Rising. Okay. Hello, everybody. Hello. If you are looking for a personal reading, I do have those available on the 1st of every month, so look out for that if you do want one. All right. Can I please get an archetype card for group? Interesting. Reducing burden, forgiveness. So obviously, you guys, the only thing I can take from this physically is this person's hands. I do think that this person has really beautiful hands, but I think in particular, they are able to do really beautiful things with their hands. This could be, right, like saving lives. This could be building things. This could be creating beautiful art or creating beautiful music with their hands. But something about their hands creates beauty, and I do think that that's something that plays a big role in who they are and something that they find very important. Okay, we have ancestors as well. Love, the legacy of our DNA. So I do feel, again, I've spoke about this in the first pile as well, so I do find this interesting, but I think that this person is somebody who physically like looks very much like their ancestors. I think a part of them may have had, I don't want to say hatred, but like a hard time accepting a part of their ancestry or a part of who they are. I know I hear a lot of people, and this makes me so sad, but I hear a lot of people talk about, right, like their ancestors and their noses in particular. Like they perhaps have like a bump on their nose, or they feel like the bridge is too this or that or whatever it may be. And it always makes me so sad because I feel like people who have like really, really ethnic noses, and I don't know if this is rude, guys, I'm really not trying to be rude, but I just find people who have really ethnic noses, I find it so freaking beautiful, and it makes me so sad whenever I see someone like chop up their nose, and I'm just like, oh my god, like you had a statuesque nose and you just took it away. Sorry. Anyways, so I think that could be playing a role in like their physical features, right? Like taking recognition of like, oh, like I have my grandpa's nose, or I have the eyes of my great grandmother, or I have, right? Like it feels like there's something about their physical features that are very, very deeply connected to where they come from and where their ancestors came from. And I think that as time has gone on, this person has learn to love those features. Okay, we have winter here, and this is the sacredness of pausing. The sacredness of pausing. So it's interesting to me because I do see this as an individual who perhaps is not very fast moving, right? So somebody who has a quote unquote more natural physique, not super chiseled, not super defined in their physical body. I would say more of like a winter body or like a comfortable body. This could also be referencing their undertone, somebody who has a very cool undertone. My undertones are very warm, so like the opposite of what I have, cooler. Moving forward, let's go ahead and get some astrology. Okay. So we'll start here. We have opposition. This is balance. So somebody with balanced features. It says relates, mirrors, interacts, confronts, makes conscious, manifests, disciplines, conflicts with, tests, objectifies, and calls out. All right, so their features are balanced. We also have Pluto here, transformation. They have changed their physical features in some regards as well, guys. So this is renewal, inner resources, basic instincts, motivation, personal power, evolution, composting, cycles, death, rebirth, suspicion, obsession, intensity, reckoning, taboos, clearing, and extremes. All right, moving forward. We have trine. This is flow. Harmonizes, aids, enriches, benefits, energizes, enjoys, eases, lubricates, rhymes, supports, indulges. Again, this is just talking about this person having very symmetrical features. I'm going to get away from this deck now because I do feel like perhaps it's not giving us the most information. Can I get... Okay, we have adjudication. I see a lot of brown hair here. I'm also seeing... that family crest feels like it's very significant for some of you, and I don't know why, but this person's, again, lineage is sticking out. There's a deep emotional tie to where their ancestors come from. We have messages, so a fair communicator, a good communicator. We have courtship is here. Again, I'm seeing a lot of browns, a lot of black, a lot of darker colors in regards to the hair and the eyes. So let's see what else we can take this. Can I please have a message on what they look like? We have Mars. This is the god of war. This is connected to the god of war. This is very masculine energy. We have Libra. Again, this person physically is very proportionate, very balanced. And we have a Gemini. Gemini is representing the twins, the mirrors, okay? This is talking about their mind, their ability to communicate fluidly. And again, this is also representing somebody who has a lot of symmetry because we have the twins. This could also be representing, though, you guys, the contrast level within this person being quite high. I don't know if you guys are at all familiar with like color theory or color analysis, but I would say that this person is giving me like a high contrast type of vibe, okay? Okay. We have receptivity. Also, the hand showing up again. To me, that's representing somebody who works with their hands, somebody who creates beautiful things with their hands. We have the mountain, somebody who is very solid, firm, stable. The pomegranate, this is prosperity. The pomegranate, interesting enough, is also connected to Pluto because Hades is connected to Pluto. So I find that little piece of this interesting. This could be referencing essentially like this person or the energy between the two of you being very intense. It could also be representing intimate energy, you guys. I do feel like I've mentioned this in every pile, so I am trying to like get away from talking about intimacy, but we have the crown, and this is accomplishment. I'm gonna be honest, guys, a lot of what I'm getting doesn't feel it doesn't feel superficial. Like a lot of stuff that I'm getting doesn't feel connected to physical features. It feels more internal. It feels more like, yeah, like my physical features are balanced. I look like my great grandfather, and like that's basically what I'm getting. I think that everything else I'm getting is connected to their mind and the way that they communicate and what they create. And Mars is like their energy of masculinity and pushing forward. And I want to be clear about this. Their energy of masculinity could mean that they are a woman as well. So keep that in mind. I think I'm going to pull just a few more, and then I'm going to get some messages from the bowl, because I'm just not getting a whole lot on their physical features. We have a gentleman. Okay, there we go. A gentleman. The whip. A lot of green is showing up here. The snake. A lot of green. So the whip and the snake, guys, again, this is giving me intimate energy, and I'm like breathing out because I feel like there's so much intense, like passionate energy that has shown up throughout this reading. So I do, again, think that for you, this next person you're engaging with is going to be somebody that you are physically attracted to, right? Somebody that you want to be intimate with. I do think, again, there's a variety of different races here. There's a variety of melanation levels. For the most part, I am seeing a lot of dark hair. For some of you, they could have red hair, but it seems like really, really dark for the vast majority of you. I'm going to go ahead and get an archetype card and then pull from the bowl, and we will wrap this rating up. What do they look like? Oh, this is child nature. So friendships with animals, communication with nature spirits. So a very kind person, a very gentle person. And I feel like that's so much of what's shown up for them already. Like they're kind. They feel connected to their family and their lineage. They're really motivated, right? I feel like this person is driven, and like when they have a vision, they go after it, right? Like I'm seeing a lot of masculine energy. Their features are balanced, but I'm not getting a whole lot with their physical features. We do have the prince here, which is beautiful. This is romantic charm and potential for power. Gorgeous. Okay. So a gentleman, again, somebody who is romantic and charming and sweet. This person may lean, and I want to be careful with this word, but this person may lean on the more like traditional side of things, okay? So like they want marriage, they want children, they want like structure in the home. Perhaps that's why their family and their lineage has shown up so much, because this person is almost connecting to the way that their family has done things for many years and being like, I want that. Like that's a good representation of who I am, and like how you will perceive me is like through the lens of my family or through the path that my family has already carved. I want to go ahead and pull from the bowl. Can we get... Ooh, okay. Last few. So we have late 20s. We have a natural physique. Like I said, it's giving like winter body, and I hope that's not offending anybody, but it's giving like winter body. We have a heart-shaped face. We have soulmate, fireworks, finances, a hard shell. I think I did mean to let that go, so we'll let that go. We have funny. We have ask questions. Annoyingly attractive. Black hair. We have spring here as well. So this is a new person for a lot of you. A dream come true. Charming, which has also fallen apart, so goodbye charming. We have a committed relationship. 27 years of age. We have London. We have Canada. We have the 18th. We have hygienic, which is so underrated. We have kindred spirits. We have smile. 1111. 1111 again. Whoa, 2 in a row. And a Cupid's bow, which is also falling apart, so we will say goodbye to him as well. And this is, I can't even make out what this is, so that's what I have for you guys. Here's what I know about their physical appearance. Dark hair for the vast majority of you. Dark eyes for the vast majority of you. I do think that they seem to be more melanin blessed. However, there are some of you where they will be on the paler side. I do feel like in regards to their contrast level, again, their contrast is pretty high. They work with their hands or they create with their hands, you guys. And I feel like what they create is a part of like who they are and their beauty. Their family, their lineage is really important to them. I do feel like they have very balanced features. But who they are, I think, is like what's most important to them. And I think that's what they try to highlight and that's what they try to emphasize when they're engaging with the world. So yeah, that is what I have for you guys, group 4. Thank you so very much for allowing me to do this reading for you today. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm sending you so much love, and that is all I've got. So bye.